A question you rarely ask yourself. When you feel tired, what do you reach for first? Coffee, vitamins, supplements, quick firefighting doses. How often do you ask, how will I prescribe sleep for myself tonight? From Ayurveda, nidra, sleep, is named as one of the three pillars of health alongside moderated nutrition and regulated desire. In East Asian medicine, night is when yin nourishes and the body repairs. In modern life, we worship busyness, fear falling behind, and forget a medicine that needs no prescription, costs nothing, but requires gentle discipline: sleep. Today, let's treat sleep like a complete prescription, with a dose, a timing window, a method of use, and interactions. And let's make its effects measurable on your brain, hormones, immunity, mood, and daily performance. Why sleep is medicine. In the brain, deep sleep expands the interstitial space and drives cerebrospinal fluid through the glymphatic system, literally washing out metabolic byproducts such as beta amyloid. That is why a sufficient night leaves the mind clearer and attention steadier. Along the appetite-weight axis, even a few nights of curtailed sleep raises ghrelin, the hunger signal, and lowers leptin, the satiety signal. The predictable result: cravings for sugar and fat intensify, not because you lack willpower, but because physiology is pulling you that way. For metabolism, it's not only how much you sleep, but how regularly. Circadian misalignment, shift work, chronically irregular bedtimes and wake times independently worsens insulin sensitivity and raises inflammatory signals. Sustain that pattern, and you're paving a path toward insulin resistance. For immunity, sleep behaves like training camp. Shorter sleep around vaccination time is linked to weaker antibody responses. Sleep well, and your body literally learns better how to protect you. That's the picture: one medicine touching multiple systems at once. 3 misconceptions that keep you sleep poor. Misconception number 1: weekend catch-up sleep fixes the week. Your circadian clock loves regularity. Run a messy schedule Monday to Friday, then catch up on Saturday and Sunday, and you've created social jet lag, as if you flew to a new time zone and back every weekend. You may feel less sleepy for a moment, but metabolic markers, insulin sensitivity, hunger timing, late-night snacking don't simply reset. Over time, social jet lag tracks with higher cardiometabolic risk. Your body doesn't need catch-up, it needs consistency. Misconception number 2: alcohol helps me sleep. The drowsiness from alcohol is sedation, not natural sleep. Alcohol fragments REM, increases nighttime heart rate, and tilts the autonomic nervous system toward sympathetic activation, a poor recovery state. The classic nightcap is a high-interest loan. You borrow a few easy minutes to nod off and repay with a broken night and a groggy morning. Misconception number 3: I function fine on very little sleep. A tiny minority carry short sleep gene variants and truly do well on less. They are exceptional. Most of us who say "I'm fine" are adapted to low-grade chronic fatigue, less stable focus, more emotional reactivity, and a slow erosion of metabolic health that's hard to notice from inside your own head. The safe rule of thumb for adults is to aim for 7 hours nightly, regularly, the architecture of a profitable night. Imagine your body governed by 2 clocks. One measures sleep pressure. Every hour awake adds a drop to the bucket. The other is the circadian rhythm, rising and falling with light and temperature, setting when you naturally feel sleepy and alert. When the 2 clocks are in phase, you get a profitable night. Easy sleep onset, deep sleep at the right time, REM at the right time, and a morning that feels truly charged. Each night you cycle through 90 to 110-minute loops, typically 4 to 6 cycles. The first half of the night favors deep sleep, slow waves, more growth hormone, glymphatic cleaning, immune recalibration. The second half tends to be richer in REM, integrating memories, sorting emotions, and linking ideas, the substrate of learning and creativity. A balanced distribution of deep sleep and REM matters more than chasing a raw, longest possible duration at the wrong times. Self-check signals. Falling asleep in 10 to 20 minutes is about right. Conking out instantly often means sleep debt. If you wake briefly at night but drift back quickly, your nervous system still leans toward recovery. Morning without a drag-me-out-of-bed feeling, a lower nighttime resting heart rate, steadier daytime mood, and easier deep work. These are signs your architecture is working. The Sleep RX, 4 components: dose, timing, method, interactions. Dose: Total sleep time. Don't pick your bedtime first. Pick your biological wake time, then count backward for enough runway. If you must wake at 6 a.m., be in bed by 11 p.m. to allow 7.8 hours, including time to fall asleep. Keeping that dose every day stabilizes hormones, blood sugar, and mood. Timing, circadian alignment. In the morning, natural light is your strongest open-the-book signal. 5 to 10 minutes of early daylight shifts your clock so evening sleepiness arrives on schedule. In the evening, blue-rich light is the wrong signal. Dim screens, use warmer lights, and let the brain hear, we're closing the books. Method, your pre-sleep ritual. About 60 minutes before bed, power down and decelerate. Keep the bedroom cool, dark, quiet, around 18 to 20, 65 to 68 Fahrenheit. Take a brief warm shower, then let body temperature naturally drop in bed. The descent helps you drift off. Repeat a short, consistent sequence. A few pages of paper book, 3 lines of gratitude, 5 minutes of slow diaphragmatic breathing. Brains learn through repeated cues. Interactions. What can break the prescription? Caffeine has a half-life of 5 to 6 hours. If you're sensitive, finish it by late morning. Alcohol sedates but damages sleep architecture, especially REM. If you do drink, leave 3 hours before bed and keep it light. Heavy late dinners raise reflux risk and core temperature. Opt for just enough food with protein and vegetables, and take a 10-minute walk afterward to flatten glucose. Daytime writes tonight's sleep assault. Your sleep curve starts at curtain rise. Light plus water, a short walk, plus a protein-forward breakfast. Let cortisol peak on time and taper toward evening, priming natural sleepiness at night. At midday, a post-meal walk smooths blood sugar and fights the afternoon slump. Late day, avoid late caffeine and dial up NEAT. Stand every 45 to 60 minutes. Stretch. Take the stairs. You're programming your body to want to shut down at the right hour. When the mind won't switch off, some nights you hit the pillow and your brain keeps meeting. Try 3 moves. 5-minute brain dump. Write tomorrow's tasks and close the ledger. Slow diaphragmatic breathing with longer exhales than inhales to downshift sympathetic drive. Still awake after 20 minutes? Don't force it. Get up, sit in a dim, warm light, read something light, and return when sleepiness comes. Let the bed be for sleep, not for worry. Sleep, emotion, and performance. Sleep loss makes the amygdala fire hotter and the prefrontal cortex regulate less. You become more impulsive, less patient, and struggle to enter deep work. Sufficient sleep won't turn you into someone else, but it raises your threshold. Fewer extremes, less emotional snacking, 1 extra beat before reacting. For learning in the body, night is when the brain consolidates memory and the body repairs microdamage, optimizing growth hormone pulses. Often, a solid night does more for progress than an exhausted extra hour of push. A short case. One schedule that changed a day. Min, 41, used to stay up late, drink afternoon coffee, and wake groggy. He changed just 3 things in 7 days. Fixed bed wake times, turned screens off 60 minutes before bed, and took 10 minutes of morning light. The next week, he added a 10-minute post-dinner walk and moved coffee to before noon. 2 weeks later, his morning energy moved from 4/10 to 7/10. The afternoon dip softened, and he still had bandwidth to read to his kid at night. No magic, just a sleep RX taken at the right times. A 7-day protocol you can start tonight. Days 1 to 2, fix bedtime and wake time. Screens off 60 minutes before bed, get morning light. Days 3 to 4, add a 10-minute post-dinner walk, shift all caffeine to the morning. Day 5, keep dinner light and earlier, protein vegetables, avoid eating right before bed. Day 6, 5 minutes of diaphragmatic breathing before bed, plus jot tomorrow's plan. Day 7, self-review, morning energy score, sleep onset time, any nighttime awakenings. Keep the 1 or 2 best levers for next week. Don't hoard all of them. Safety boundaries. If you snore loudly, have observed apneas, excessive daytime sleepiness, or persistent insomnia, see a sleep medicine professional. This podcast doesn't replace diagnosis or treatment. When medical red flags are ruled out, the 4-part Sleep RX typically shows results within weeks. Closing. Use the ancient medicine tonight. Sleep is not a reward after a good day. Sleep is the condition for a better day. Treat tonight as your first prescription. Dim screens early, warm the lights, read a few pages, breathe slowly, and lie down at the hour you promised yourself. Tomorrow morning, open the curtains, drink water, take a few steps and eat a protein-forward breakfast. Make steady deposits. Let the interest compound. When you sleep, your body works for you, quietly, faithfully, like an ancient medicine we've finally remembered how to use.